Hi everyone, my name is Angel and today I'm here with Julie and Kevin. In this opportunity, we are going to talk about important information about education in El Salvador. We are going to start with a brief overview of the current situation here in our country. Currently, in El Salvador, there are some challenges in the education system. Many students face difficulties accessing education due to limited resources and technology. What's your point of view, guys?
Hi, Kevin and Angel. I agree with you, Angel. I think there are some areas that lack internet connection and device like computer or tablets. There is a need for better infrastructure and to ensure that all students have equal opportunities for learning. The COVID-19 pandemic have further highlighted these issues and led to a shift toward remote learning. However, efforts are being made to address these challenges and improve education in the country. What do you think about the purpose of education, Ken?
Hello, Julie, I'm under the impression that the true purpose of education is to help people learn and grow. It's about acquiring knowledge, developing skills, and gaining understanding about the world around us. Education prepares us for life by equipping us with the tools that we need to succeed, such as critical thinking, problem solving, and communication skills. Also, education empowers us to reach our full potential and contribute positively to society.
Yes, absolutely. Now, let's talk about different perspectives on the purpose of education. One of them is learning and knowledge. Some people believe that the main purpose of education is to acquire knowledge and learn about various subjects. They see education as a way to explore new ideas, understand the world, and gain information that can be applied in different areas of life. Another perspective is that education is essential for personal growth and development. This view emphasizes the importance of education in shaping an individual's characters, values, and life skills. Right, Julie?
Correct, Angel. Some people see education as preparation for the future. They believe that education equips individuals with the necessary skill and knowledge to succeed in their careers and contribute to society. This perspective emphasizes the importance of practical skill and career readiness. Besides that, education is also seen as means to foster socialization and prepare individuals to responsible citizens. This perspective highlights the importance of education promoting social values, cultural understanding.
I think another aspect is from an economic perspective. Education is viewed as a pathway, personal and social economic progress. It is seen as a means to acquire skills and qualifications that lead to better job opportunities, higher income, and development. Also, some people emphasize that education is not limited to formal schooling, but is a lifelong process. They believe that education should continue beyond the classroom, encouraging individuals to be curious, seek knowledge, and adapt to rapidly changing world. Now, let's see the opportunities for education due to COVID-19. What do you think, guys?
Well, in my opinion, let me share this. Okay, so in my opinion, the COVID-19 pandemic has changed education in a big way. For example, many schools had to close temporarily to keep people safe from the virus. Students couldn't go to school like they used to, and also students had to learn from home instead. However, some students didn't have devices or good internet, so they had trouble joining online classes or doing their work. What do you think about it?
That's true. Not only a student, but teachers had to learn new things. They had to learn how to teach online and use new technology to help their students. Another aspect, feeling lonely and worried because not going to school and seeing friends and teachers made some students feel alone and stressed. Everything was uncertain and different. Students from poor families or groups that are not treated fairly in society had even more trouble with online learning. They didn't have the same opportunities, but not all the things were bad. What do you think, Kevin?
Yep. During the pandemic, some new opportunities and innovative ideas came up in education, such as remote learning. Students could continue learning from home using computers, tablets, or phones. Teachers used online tools to give lessons, share resources, and interact with the students. Besides that, many educational websites and platforms provided free resources like videos, interactive lessons, and educational games. And also something interesting for me was virtual classes. Teachers started teaching classes through video calls. Students could see and talk to their teacher, and classmates ask questions and participate in discussion, like in a regular classroom.
Yes, and also with remote learning, students had more flexibility in scheduling their learning. They could access materials and complete assignments at their own pace. Teachers could also provide more personalized support to individual students. The online tools allows the students to collaborate on groups projects, work together on assignments, and communicate with their peers. And also, teachers had opportunities to improve their skills through online training and workshops. They learn new strategies and techniques to engage students in virtual classroom. What's your opinion about it, Kevin or Julie?
Me, Angel. In my opinion, one important aspect was parental involvement because had a chance to be more involved in their child's education. They could support their child's learning at home, communicate with teachers, and have a better understanding of what their child was learning. In the case digital skill, students and teachers develop new digital skills during remote learning. They learn how to use different online tools, navigate websites, and work with digital files. Even though it was hard, teachers and school came up with new and creative way to teach and support a student online.
Now, let's move to another topic, which is ensuring inclusive digital learning. I'm sure there are challenges in making sure that all students have access to digital learning opportunities. Let's start with the basic one, limited technology. Not all students have access to computers, tablets, or smartphones needed for digital learning. Some families may not be able to afford these devices, making it difficult for students to participate in online classes or complete assignments. Another one is the internet access. Reliable internet connection is necessary for digital learning, but not all students have access to it. Some areas may have limited or no internet coverage, making it challenging for students to connect and access online resources. And adding to that, students and their families may not have the necessary skills to use digital tools effectively. They may struggle with navigating online platforms, submitting assignments digitally, or technical issues.
Yes, I consider that students with special educational needs may require additional support in accommodations in digital learning environments. So, providing individualized assistance and adapting materials can be challenging. So, ensuring proper access to digital learning opportunities is crucial. So, students from low income backgrounds or marginalized communities may face greater barriers to technology and internet access. And keeping students engaged and motivated in a remote learning environment can be challenging. So, lack of in person interaction may impact students' motivations and focus. I mean, that's my point of view, or not. What do you think?
I think the advance of face-to-face interaction with parents and teachers can lead to feeling of isolation and loneliness among students. The lack of social support and emotional connection may affect their overall way in academic performance. And also, teachers may need support and training to effectively deliver digital learning. They need to be familiar with online tools, instructional strategies, and methods to engage the student virtually. And now let's move to strategies to ensure digital learning leave no student behind. A school and communities can work together to provide devices like computers, tablets or a smartphone to a student who don't have them. Effort can also be made to ensure that all students have access to reliable internet connection.
Yes, definitely. I agree with you. Another strategy could be that students and their families should receive training on how to use digital tools and platforms effectively. Schools can provide resources like tutorials or workshops to help them navigate online environments. Also, recognizing that students have different learning needs and circumstances, offering flexible learning options can be helpful. These may include providing recorded lessons, allowing self-paced learning, and offering alternative means of submitting assignments.
Yes, and also if teachers can maintain regular communication with students and their families to provide guidance, address concerns, and offer support. So, by implementing the strategies that you guys mentioned, educators and communities can work together to ensure that every student has equal opportunities to succeed in digital learning environments and that no student is left behind. Now, let's move to a different slide and discuss the purpose of grades in education. What's your opinion about it?
Me and in my opinion, assign grades to students serve as a purpose. For example, grades help teachers in school evaluate how well students have understood and learned the material allowed in class and show how much knowledge and skill students have gained. Besides that, grades provide feedback to a student about their performance. They show areas where their students are doing well and areas that need improvement. A student can use this feedback to identify their strengths and weaknesses and work on improving their learning. And also, grades can serve as a source of motivation for students.
Another important aspect is that grades can be used to communicate a student's academic progress to parents, other teachers, and educational institutions. It helps provide a standardized way to understand and compare a student's performance across different contexts. However, it's important to know that grades are just one aspect of a student's overall learning experience. It's also essential to consider a holistic approach to education that values a students' growth, sport, creativity, and critical thinking abilities alongside traditional grades. What do you think about different people having different perspectives on the role and significance of grades?
Yes, as you already mentioned, Kevin, there can be a lot of perspectives for grading. Let me share some of them. So, measure of academic achievement, motivation and goal settings, comparison and ranking, and also for feedback and improvement. But on the other hand, some people argue that grades can create unnecessary stress and pressure on students. They believe that the focus on grades can lead to a competitive environment where students prioritize achieving high grades over the actual learning and understanding.
I agree with you, Angel. Unfortunately, time is up, so we need to finish this conversation. We covered a lot of topics today. For example, the purpose of education, the current situation in El Salvador regarding education, different perspective of the purpose of education. What other topic do you remember, Kevin?
Yes, I remember the impact of COVID-19 on education, opportunities and innovations in education during the pandemic, challenges in providing digital learning opportunities, and also strategies to ensure digital learning leaves no students behind.
And finally, we talk about the purpose of assigning grades and the perspectives on the role and significance of grades. Wow, we covered a lot.
Well, guys, that's all. Thank you very much. Bye.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to share this minutes with you guys. Bye.
Bye, and thanks for watching this video.